I think the most important thing to consider when you're looking at a brain injury attorney and who you'd want to hire, you need to consider a couple things. One is their experience in those types of cases. And the experience that you can determine whether or not it exists is asking questions. How are we going to prove my brain injury? How are we going to prove the degree of damage? How are we going to prove how much it's going to cost for me going forward? Those things are necessary for the lawyer to understand and have resources available to pursue those claims. Having a lawyer that can identify these issues, whether it's anxiety or their anger management issues, is extremely, extremely important. A brain injury is any loss of function in any part of the brain. So if you're thinking about whether I've suffered a brain injury, it could be that you're more anxious than you have been. It could be that you are forgetting things. You have short-term memory loss, or you have long-term memory loss. You're more agitated. You have less patience. Your anger management skills are diminished or they've changed. So a lot of people, when they hear brain injury, they think, oh, I don't have a brain injury because I'm not in a vegetative state or in a coma in a hospital, so I must be okay. Couldn't be further from the truth. The sad truth is, in today's society, when we are in a significant car wreck or we have a fall and you go to the emergency room, they're primarily looking at whether or not you have a fractured bone or a broken bone somewhere. It's an emergency situation that they have to fix. Rarely do they evaluate you for a brain injury. And what we find is that when people leave the ER, days, weeks, months, even years later, these issues arise with anxiety or anger issues that are brain injuries. It is brain damage. And that's why it's important for you to get to a lawyer who understands these things, because many times those things will be overlooked because you don't have a fracture or you don't have a spine fracture. You're not paralyzed. So what's really important in a brain injury case is that you are with a lawyer who understands brain anatomy, understands the type of treatments that are available, the best way and tools to diagnose brain damage in certain individuals, and then how to prove and prepare a case involving brain injury cases. A lot of people want to take these cases and don't have a full understanding of what's required, and so they leave a lot on the table. They don't maximize the recovery or the compensation for the client. And it's dangerous for the client because these are significant injuries that have a profound impact on the rest of their life. The lawyers at Heninger, Garrison, Davis have experience with handling brain damage cases. We understand the law, the treatment, and so you need to contact us in the event that you feel like you've suffered a brain injury.